What's up? Let's get real today, okay? This is totally impromptu. I'm eating breakfast, about to finish it, but I hit record because you need to hear this. You need to know what's going on. Last night I went on a jog in the alley, and a homeless black woman offered to sell me Bic lighters. She was really nice. Even like as she approached me, was like, "I'm sorry," and raised her mask. And she was homeless because her boyfriend just kicked me out. She said, because of this, I couldn't see, but then I looked closer and she had a bruise on her nose. But yet, just 6 hours earlier, I'm delivering to an 8-room mansion, Chick-fil-A, and a blonde woman opens the door and reminds me that the gate's open towards me and also only tips me $2. Okay, I'm a healthy, almost 32-year-old-ish. This is the end game. This is late stage Rome. This is where we're at. Like, I'm a pleb, and like instead of golden chariots driving down the street, it's like private jets over my head. And like the wealth inequality is so fucking extreme. I mean, if you've been the places that I have, I've walked through multiple shoes and paths in life. It's gonna be a really noisy video because they're doing construction outside, but this is fitting to show you that we're still engineering and building, but it's collapsing. It's a veil. It's just like the Gilded Age. It's a veil. Looks pretty on the outside, but it's collapsing on the inside. This is late stage Rome. We're in it. Okay? And like I said, I'm a healthy 30-year-old-ish. Okay? And if I can expect to live a few more decades because I'm fairly healthy and I exercise, I like helping people. I like taking care of myself. I want to live a good life. But I'm using my mind projection abilities, and I'm projecting the future, and I see millions of migrants charging across the walls, the barriers. I see refugees all over the world and stockpiles of food and tribal militias holding them. I see a Mad Max world in 40 years. I'm not a fucking idiot. I mean, if you've been the places that I've been to, look, psychopaths run the world. Okay, that psychopaths' main objective is to acquire power. And so they group together. 1 out of 100 people is a psychopath. And now it's not like you go down the street and like, you're a psychopath, okay, you're normal, you're normal. I mean, they cluster together. And you go into some of these office buildings that I've been into throughout my life in various careers, and you sit in these board meetings, and it is the epitome of psychopath. I mean, these guys have no consideration towards the environment or anything else. And you get enough of those people in enough positions of power, as we have today, around the oil industry and everything else, and you have a destitute future. Nearly none of the companies who, Greta just mentioned this, that companies are not meeting their goals. They're saying things, oh, we'll change it 10, 20 years out. They're not willing to make the change right now, and we can't change things on a dime. So look, I'm preparing you. What I see is horse corrals on fire, mass migration, wars starting over food and resources, massive droughts, gang wars. I see it in my head in 40 years. That's why I don't give a fuck, man. Why? Because I have a lot of my friends who I tell this stuff to. They say, oh man, well, if you're so depressing, you're a bum at a party. I bet, like, why do you worry about it so much? Because I'm smart. Because I'm wise. I've achieved all of my missions in life. I've gotten to the point in life, maybe unlike you, where I achieved my life mission. I'm continuing to achieve more, but I achieved enough, or I participated enough to know that it happens, and then you get excited, and then you start to think like, wow, what was that, all that for? Like, I made a difference, but okay. Like, it's still just a drop in the bucket. I'm not trying to over glorify myself. And so I'm applying the same logic as if the scientific evidence is suggesting, and imagine how I'll feel. Man, I'm going to school to be a lawyer, and I'm going to spend 8 years, and I'm going to be the most esteemed, successful lawyer, and I'm going to engineer microchips. None of it fucking matters. Let's say I do achieve all that or become a doctor in 10 years. I'm going to be suturing people up in FEMA camps, okay? Not in a nice, credible hospital. Fine, bet against me. I've been studying this for 6 years. So, I'm not being a pessimist or an optimist. I'm stating the facts. This is real shit. And it's happening within my lifetime. I'm right in the middle range that I can see it. I'm smart enough and I'm wise enough to see, okay, the past is beyond me, and this is the future, and I have this X amount of time hopefully, all going right. And then what will happen during that time? What will my surroundings be like? It's what I'm telling you. It's not worth it. Start getting together in groups, building communities again. The corporate oligarchs and psychopaths run this world, and they're not stopping. Unless you go and literally terrorize their entire organization. Unless you go and, I don't know, Fight Club style C4 their building. This isn't going anywhere. It's over. So have a good ass time. Thanks for watching.